To be honest with you, I did not actually care about the blockchain space, even though I'm a techie, until 2018 when I realized that you can actually build applications on the blockchain. I then started attending any Ethereum conference that I can find in London. And to be honest, it was a mixed bag. Some conferences would be a load of investors talking about buying and selling, and then others would be extremely technical, and I did not understand too much of what was going on. 4 years later, and the crypto market is over 1 trillion US dollars. So definitely many people are paying attention to this space, including you. But now on this channel, I'm going to take you through what you need to learn in order to build apps on the blockchain. Because whilst there is money in trading, there's also a lot of money that is being generated by the owners of these protocols, by the people who are facilitating these transactions by building software on the blockchain. By the end of this video, you will find out about 4 technologies that you need to get comfortable with if you would like to build blockchain applications. And this is specifically for blockchains that are Ethereum compatible. So that includes Ethereum, of course, Celo, and Polygon. Watch this video till the end because I'll also include a resource that will pay you to learn how to code on the blockchain. So definitely give this video a like if you're all about self-improvement and learning more things in the tech space. So when you develop code, you have to write the code somewhere. Some people are super old school and they use something like Notepad. However, there is a really nice IDE called Remix. It is web-based and it allows you to write code, debug, and also deploy that code to the blockchain as well. Also, with the Remix IDE, you can also deploy to blockchains like Ethereum, Polygon, and Celo. Deploying code to a blockchain means that the code is now contained in something called a smart contract, and this code is now going to be on every single machine that is running the blockchain. So smart contracts are essentially pieces of code that are stored on the blockchain. The methods in this smart contract are invoked whenever conditions are met or when you have some piece of code that is actually calling these methods. So the second piece of technology that you need to learn about is Solidity. In order to write this code, you will need to learn how to program for the actual blockchain, and one very popular programming language for Ethereum-like blockchains is Solidity. So when you write code for the blockchain, essentially you're writing code that the virtual machine of the blockchain actually understands. The virtual machine is a state that all of the nodes on the blockchain share. And the smart contract has opcodes, which are essentially instructions to change the state of the blockchain. So for example, let's say a smart contract has the operation code add. That means that every single node on the blockchain will execute that operation and they will all now be in the new shared state, but they all will have the same state. Solidity is a programming language that can speak specifically to the Ethereum virtual machine. So when you think of a blockchain that is EVM compatible or Ethereum virtual machine compatible, it means that it uses the same type of virtual machine that the Ethereum blockchain uses. So therefore, when you learn Solidity, you're not just learning how to code on Ethereum, you're learning to code on any other blockchain that calls itself EVM compatible, Celo being one of them, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, the list goes on. Writing Solidity code is not difficult per se, but it's a good practice to understand the security and learning how to optimize your code, because if you optimize your code, the transactions can be cheaper and you can ensure that there are less bugs. If you don't know what blockchain gas is, then check out this video by Finematics. The third thing you need to learn is a server-side programming language. So whilst you may have a smart contract that is deployed on a blockchain, you need to actually interact with this smart contract. And for this, we can use server-side programming languages like JavaScript. And in particular, there's a library called web3.js, which allows you to interact with the blockchain. The backend is responsible for doing actions such as retrieving information from the blockchain or even causing an action on the blockchain. And this action that you are calling might be an action from a smart contract that you wrote or maybe another smart contract. As you know, information on the blockchain is public, so you can interact with other smart contracts as well. So let's say, for example, you have a flight insurance company, and every time there is a delay in a flight of over 4 hours, you have a smart contract that is pulling this data from the aviation scanner, and then you also have the information from the customers that you have, the people who have insurance with you. And every time there is a delay of 4 hours, you automatically pay the persons who would be affected. So to do this, you would need to write the JavaScript code, which gets the information from the Flight Scanner API, as well as the code to interact with the blockchain to tell your smart contract, hey, I'm going to pay out my customers. The server-side code can run on any server, so this could be a server in your house or probably more appropriate, the cloud, such as Google App Engine or AWS. So the fourth thing that you would need to do is have some sort of interface. So to actually create an interface, you need to use programming languages such as JavaScript as well, because you might need to add some kind of neat functionality, but also things like HTML and CSS. So the same programming language that you use for the backend, JavaScript, you can also use for the front end. And in particular, there is a framework called React.js, which is very popular amongst developers. So, to put all of this information into practice, I recommend you create a very small application where you create a smart contract using Solidity, you create a backend where you interact with the smart contract using JavaScript and web3.js, and you also create a front end where you have a nice interface that people can interact with to use your smart contract. And definitely expect a video like that coming up. But until then, I recommend you use this tutorial by Decade. On Decade, there's actually a tutorial where you can learn how to build on the Stellar blockchain. It takes you from backend all the way to front end. By learning how to build on a blockchain like Celo, you will enrich your mind. But Decade also gives you a reward of 100 cUSD, which is a stablecoin on the Celo blockchain, if you complete their tutorial as well as submit the work proving that you have learned something. So if this video has helped demystify the blockchain development process, then definitely leave a comment below letting me know and tell me what you would like to see next. So going forward, I'll be showing you more programming videos as well as teaching you how you can code in this space. So thank you so much for watching this video and see you in the next one. Bye.